Hello everyone and welcome back to the Through Black and White Eyes channel for this latest news video. Thank you to everyone who's watched the latest news videos. 7,000 watched the first one, 2,000 watched the second one. Incredible. Thank you so much. If you haven't watched them, please go and watch them after you watch this one because lots of good stuff in there. I was hoping to do this one last night, but I need to get my head around it because so much stuff is going on. It's crazy. The rumour mill is in full flow, so there's going to be quite a few of these videos going to be out. I've done it this afternoon because obviously I'm on night shift tonight. So where do we start? I mean, the title, obviously, let's start with that because Dan Ashworth thinks he can have one over on Newcastle United after what he's done. I still can't believe how stupid he's been. He's a little rat. Why is my arm there? That's weird. But there you go. It's very weird. But there we go. Newcastle United are ready to fight Dan Ashworth all the way in arbitration after his potential move to Manchester United became embroiled in further controversy. He thinks he's been sacked. He hasn't. He's sent emails and from his Newcastle United email account, but blind emails. So I don't know if you've ever done a blind copy someone in emails to people who were on gardening leave about the Newcastle job, saying that Eddie Howe said that he basically threw him under a bus. What a load of bollocks! So now, so being informed, the club have submitted a formal complaint to the EPL and FA regarding Ashworth's conduct and the surrounding emails. So it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger by the minute. This one. I think we wanted to stay away from the FA as much as possible, to be honest with you, with this. I thought that maybe after Ashworth made the error, we could then broker a deal with Man United. They could finally give us the money that we want for them, and we could just say goodbye, cut all ties, and let's just get away with it. But with what's come out now, I think the FA had to get involved. Even if we didn't go to them, I still think the FA would go to them. And then there was another surprise person for me who came out and basically slandered, not slandered, sorry, wrong word, nailed Ashworth to the cross. And it was Simon Jordan. Now, I am not a massive fan of Simon Jordan because I don't like the way TalkSport covered the takeover. I don't like how they laughed at fans when we were talking about, we were like Eddie Howe or Thomas Frank or someone like that. They were laughing at fans and saying that we weren't being, I don't know, we weren't being sort of we were thinking too clever for them, I think is the best way to put it. They were expecting us to be going, oh yeah, we want Pep, we want Klopp, we want this, we want that. And that was never going to happen. But Simon Jordan nails this down perfectly. He has a period of obligation to NUFC. He signed the contract. He knew exactly what he was signing. He knew it was for a term that he was signing for. So if he was going to leave that term, it was down to Newcastle United and whoever he was going to go to come to an agreement. And then he basically says, what did you sign the contract for, you fool? So Simon Jordan argues Newcastle have the right to go after Man United after Ashworth emails. So fantastic. I am all for it, loving it. I'm loving what Simon Jordan said. If you haven't heard it, go and find it on TalkSport because it's definitely worth a listen to. But Dan Ashworth, you've dug yourself a big hole. You are not getting out of it. You're a little rat, and it's time you got what's coming to you because you do not deserve to be just flying out into Old Trafford into a fairy tale ending. Not the way you've treated Newcastle United, not the way that we treated you as well. We've opened our arms and said, yes, Ashworth, you're the man for us. And then for your little buddy just to phone you up and say, oh, why don't you come to Manchester United instead? And then you just drop all tools, no loyalty. There's no loyalty in football anyway, and I can't really complain too much about that because we're seeing that with players coming to us, players leaving us, and all this sort of stuff. It happens. But to think that you're above everything, pathetic. You are going to get what's coming to you. And I really do hope you can't work for Manchester United for another 2 years. And I hope Manchester United get a transfer ban because they tapped you up. And it happened to Liverpool. So it should happen to Man United as well. And that would throw a cat amongst the pigeons for next season, won't it? Really will. Right, enough of Ashworth. Gone on about that too much. There's so much to get through. looks like we have our first signing according to Mail Sport, which is absolutely fantastic. Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth on a free transfer is being agreed. Deal is done. And we're also closing in on Tosin from Fulham. I still think Tosin waits until after the weekend and sees if we get Europa League football. Sorry, UEFA Conference League football. If City beat Man United in the FA Cup, and I think he signs on the dotted line. If he doesn't, we might have a little fight on our hands because apparently Man United are trying to hijack the deal. Apparently. Let's see what happens. Next one, Olise, a player who I really, really want to see in a black and white shirt. I don't think it's going to happen, though, guys, to be completely honest with you. But Newcastle have put Michael Olise as top of their transfer list for the summer, but the player would prefer a move to Manchester United. Told Man United in pole position to sign Palace, Michael Olise was likely to snub any approach from Newcastle in favour of his boyhood club. It's a shame, 22, absolute quality player for Palace. I've had Palace fans having a go at me because of Dougie Freedman. So funny. Mid-table club with some very good players. Olise is one of them. Eze is the other one. Maybe if we can't get Olise, we go for Eze. I don't know. But there's other players out there. But let's see what happens. But Olise looks like it's a no-go because you would prefer to go to Manchester United. I mean, why would you want to go there? I know it's his boyhood club, but Jesus. Shearer came to his boyhood club. And look what happened. He never won anything. He became a hero, but he never won anything. So I pray to Olise that he doesn't go to Man United and he really does consider Newcastle because we are going places. Newcastle are ongoing negotiations are ongoing between Newcastle and Valencia for Mamardashvili. Agreement is yet to be reached on price, but positive feeling from Newcastle said that this deal can be done before the Euros. Now, the goalkeeper wants this done before the Euros. He wants his future solved. Either way, either he's staying, he's going. We're very confident we're going to sign him. We want to do it before the Euros because his price could go higher if he performs really well, which we expect him to do. So we really want to get him nailed down ASAP. We really do. And he's next on the list. Now, can you imagine if we get him solved? We'll have 2 excellent goalkeepers, 4 excellent centre-backs. We've got 2 excellent right-backs. We've got an excellent left-back. We're sorted in defence. It's great. It's starting to come together now. And this is the summer, the 3rd summer where we expected to get rid of the deadwood and now start to see the squad evolve. So we have a lot of work to do. This is what the owner said. It's going to take 3 summer windows to get us on track. And we've obviously outperformed everyone's expectations, getting into Champions League football, still getting into Europe potentially this season is incredible. So this summer is the big one to have a big push next season. Congratulations to Joe Linton. He left Australia to go and marry his partner back in Brazil. And we know a few other players have left. So congratulations to J7 for tying the knot when he does it. We wish him all the best. Now, the next bit of news is not Newcastle United related, but it's huge news because this could affect us. So Paqueta is being charged by English FA with misconduct in relation to alleged breaches of FA rules E5 and F3. Now, apparently, there's 4 incidences being shown around social media of Paqueta picking up a yellow card for challenges you wouldn't expect them to make. And they're putting 2 and 2 together, and they're saying that due to betting regulations online, they're saying that he was obviously bribed, he's been paid, whatever it is, to get yellow cards. Now, the reason why this could affect Newcastle United is Man City were in a pole position to sign Paqueta. If they don't sign Paqueta, they could come after Bruno. Now, that worries me. It really does, because Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they're the 3 clubs I'm really worried about losing Bruno to. Only 2 of them can afford him. Man City can afford to pay the price up front straight away. Real Madrid probably can, but I'm not sure. But we know Barcelona can't. So Paqueta being potentially banned, not going to get a move to Man City now. He could be banned for life. It's crazy, but that really does worry me about Bruno. On the flip side of it, the memes are out there, aren't they? This was fantastic from Bet365. Having 3 of them on the shoestring using the Isaac dog walking picture. You've got to love it, haven't you? On to the next bit of news. So Alexander Isak, Bruno Guimaraes, Kraft and Almiron have all left the NSC party, and now obviously J7's left as well, to go and join for their respective international teams for the Copa America tournament. We played a weak team today, a very weak team. But when you lose those players and you also lose J7, Trippier got substituted off very early. Obviously, he's nursing himself for the Euros. We only played 2 days ago. We got hammered 8-0, basically. But it's not to be expected. I expected us to put out a weaker team in the second game because you cannot put player welfare before money. I know it's not very good for the fans. Maybe you should have split the teams between Tottenham and then this game. I don't know. But to ask the players to go out and do it 2 days in a row, after 2 days playing, after the season's just finished, playing 2 dead rubber games, which we never wanted in the first place. I understand the financial bearings of it and, trying to get new fans through the door and all this sort of stuff. But was it worth it? I guess only the books can tell us that and the hierarchy can tell us that. But we should never have done it personally for the players, especially with a big Euro campaign coming up. I feel sorry for the players, to be completely honest with you, but there you go. So they are off, and we wish them all their best in their competitions. And obviously there's the European Championships for us as well. Trippier should hopefully be on the plane as well. There's some more about Georgina Mamardashvili closing in on deal to sign him. It's great news. We really want to see that happen. Right, Nick Pope joined the growing list of players considering a move away from Newcastle this summer. Team Talk can exclusively reveal the Magpies need to offload several stars to help raise funds for top new arrivals. I don't think Pope's on the list. But Team Talk think he is. I think Miggy and Wilson are definitely on the list. There'll be a few others potentially. But I think we want Nick Pope to stay and be fighting for his number one spot with the new keeper who's only 23. So we need 2 very good goalkeepers. So I don't think Nick Pope is on that list, but we have heard whispers of it. So it could be true, unfortunately. Right, the last little talking point is Alan Shearer's team of the season. I'm very, very surprised at Alan Shearer's selections, to be completely honest with you. I didn't think he would be suckered into playing an England formation with 2 defensive midfielders. I understand they both had great seasons, Rice and Rodri, but surely you only pick one of them. And Rodri would be the one I would pick. I wouldn't have picked Watkins either. And I know I'm being biased, but the stats show it. Isak is ahead of Watkins. He scored more goals. He scored more goals per ratio minutes on the pitch. He's an excellent player, Watkins, but Isak would be in front of him for me. I love his free in midfield, but I would probably drop Rice and try and fit Saka in there somewhere potentially, because I think Saka's had a great season as well. It will all be top heavy. I don't know, but I wouldn't play 2 defensive midfielders. I'd probably play 4 at the back instead, maybe put another defender in there. Can't argue against Pickford. He's had a great season, but I would potentially maybe look at Martinez because I think Martinez had a great season for Villa. Yes, he made that silly mistake with the own goal, but he had some great games, especially when they beat City, beat Arsenal as well. Pickford looks good because he's faced the most shots. And you're always going to look good when you're facing the shots. It's when you're not facing all the efforts and then you're still looking like a top goalkeeper, saving in crucial moments is what makes a top goalkeeper. So that's what I would personally think. What do you think of Alan Shearer's team of the year? Drop your comments below. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please don't forget about our amazing sponsors, Diet Crow, Bars 20 for 20% off. Link is in the description. We've got football prizes as well. They do amazing raffles. All these have ended, but there'll be more raffles coming up. Link is in the description below. They do cash raffles as well. They're an absolute amazing little company. So please consider checking them out. Link is in the description. But other than that, hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. And enjoy the rest of your weekend when it's coming. It's Friday. It's Friday, guys. Friday, yeah. I'm on night shift and then I'm off for 4 or 5 days. So enjoy the weather, guys. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon because no doubt there'll be more breaking news, won't they? Take care.